Hello, friends. A couple of invaders are getting ready to use ammunition sent by North Korea as part of the brotherhood between dictators. But well, it seems that the Allies' ammunition turned out to be a bit defective. To think Donald Trump fears the Russians. The picturesque coastal city of Tuapse continues to experience the advantages of being part of the Mortarite Federation. Since the city's refinery keeps burning fiercely, I think we can confidently say this town looks more like Mordor from The Lord of the Rings every day. Now let's get to the important part. Who can guess who will be Gollum? On the front lines, drone battles keep evolving, and in this case, we see how a Ukrainian mosquito drone, Sting, intercepts a Z-type Gerbera reconnaissance drone. The operators of the anti-aircraft artillery regiment were the ones responsible, maneuvering their Sting to hit the intruding drone's propeller, causing it to crash to the ground after losing propulsion. At that moment, the Horde was launching a massive attack, so the defenders had to conserve their interceptor to try to stop at least one more of Ivan's drones. And wow, it looks like they did have that opportunity. Continuing on the unmanned aerial combat front. For the first time in the world, an interceptor drone from the Unmanned Systems Forces was launched from a naval drone equipped with a special airtight container, after which it managed to maneuver and shoot down a Shahed drone. In the footage, you can see that the Magura was carrying a remotely controlled weapons station, as well as 4 containers for Sting interceptors. The owners of this drone carrier are the 412th Nemesis Brigade. This represents a new level of integration between unmanned naval and aerial capabilities, which expands air defense options and creates an additional layer. Protection for Ukrainian cities, since Russian raiders can be intercepted at sea before they reach land, where they could cause damage. Combat evolves day by day. On the southern front, a reconnaissance drone found the location of a group of Horde attack drone operators. The cameras followed the operator until he entered the position, which is very well camouflaged. With the coordinates clearly set, the Ukrainian operators requested the express delivery of a pair of precision hammer baguettes, which were sent by a MiG-29 and proceeded to neutralize the invaders' nest. This was duly confirmed by an inspection visit from another observation drone, which found the roof of the position completely destroyed. Curiously, they were unable to find the occupants. I wonder where they could have gone. Let's stay in the air. In this footage, the operators of the XXK2 Unmanned Systems Brigade have begun to successfully carry out a series of attacks against Russian logistical assets, using the new Z-type loitering munition at distances of up to 67 kilometers from the front. The footage released by the unit shows multiple direct hits on trucks, off-road vehicles, motorcycles, and logistical facilities in occupied territory. The Z loitering munition is a compact electric system with a design inspired by the Horde's Shahed, but significantly smaller and more precise. And it has been demonstrating remarkable effectiveness, thanks to its AI-assisted autonomous tracking system, which allows for precise attacks against both moving and stationary targets, in deep areas behind Ivan's lines. Developed and manufactured locally, the first units were delivered to units such as the 12th SOV Brigade in 2025, and it represents a significant advancement in low-cost loitering munitions, as it offers a range of over 50 kilometers with a moderately sized warhead, but optimized to disable vehicles. Additionally, its automated controls reduce operator workload by allowing it to track targets without human intervention during the terminal attack phase. Every day we see something new that the defenders bring to the front, all so that Ivan doesn't have time to get bored. On the electronic warfare front, a Russian Kh-47 M2 Kinzhal aeroballistic missile lost its course and crashed harmlessly in a wooded area after being jammed by the Lipa strategic electronic warfare system. In the footage, we see how the hypersonic missile falls harmlessly to the ground, thanks to the combined action of spoofing and jamming by the Lima system, which simultaneously deceives and interferes with the missile's navigation systems to divert it from its trajectory. Developed by Cascade Systems, the Lima electronic warfare complex was initially created in 2022 to counter Shahed drones, but it has evolved and proven to be highly effective against Russia's most advanced weapons. According to the manufacturer, the Lima complex has neutralized a total of 58 Kinjal missiles since its deployment, including 26 in the first quarter of 2026 alone. In the same period, it also diverted 33 cruise missiles and more than 10,000 unmanned aerial vehicles, achieving an interference effectiveness of over 98% in protected areas. An operational unit reported having successfully diverted 58 out of the 59 Kinjal missiles that were supposedly unstoppable. But now they fall in empty fields or wooded areas, which allows critical infrastructure to be protected and lives to be saved without relying exclusively on expensive and scarce interceptor missiles like the Patriot. A smart defense will always be more effective. On the strategic strike front, the Special Operations Forces units carried out a series of precision strikes with FP-1 and FP-2 Mosquito drones against facilities
almacenes de municiones, bases de reparación,
and supply points of the Russian forces at key targets within Donetsk Oblast near Makedonivka, Nikolske, and Markovo, as well as in Zaporizhia Oblast in the areas of Amidka and Terpinia. Thermal and night vision camera footage confirms direct hits that cause secondary explosions and fires, destroying or severely damaging depots and the logistical support infrastructure of the invading horde. These deep strike operations aim to disrupt operational capabilities. In the case of defense, it has become deep. In the case of the force, the defense force has become deep. In the case of the team, defense has turned the team into deep operations. It has become one. In the case of the team, it has become deep.
Los invasores. Eso sí que se llama configurar el campo de batalla.
To finish on a positive note, the British singer Dua Lipa helped the 1st Independent Medical Battalion of Ukraine acquire a van. The vehicle will be used for evacuations and operational tasks in the combat zone. The funds were raised at a charity event organized by Service 95, a platform founded by the singer, which transferred the resources to Driving Ukraine, a volunteer organization that adapts vehicles for medical and combat unit personnel. Unfortunately, we can't play a Dua Lipa song due to copyright reasons, but you can imagine it playing in the background. Thank you, Dua Lipa, and thanks to everyone who made this possible. If you want more content about the war in Ukraine, visit our 2 new channels where we share information in a different format. Be sure to check them out. Remember to visit our Patreon, where for just $1, you'll have access to a large number of uncensored videos and documentaries. Lastly, visit our store, where you can find items inspired by some of Ukraine's most outstanding units. Carry history with you, and with every purchase, you'll be supporting the United 24 program, which directly supports reconstruction programs, aid to the civilian population, and defense. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel.